Welcome to another weekly stock market update. Today is November 3rd, 2019. Last week, the stock market made a new all-time high and the Fed cut another 0.25% off the interest rate. So where is the market headed now? In this video, we're going to take a look at the stock market price action and try to get some answer around that question. Before we take a look at the price action, I'd like to take this moment to ask you to click the thumbs up if you like the contents in this video. And if you are not a subscriber on my YouTube channel, click on the subscribe and the notification icon so you won't miss any future video from me. Now let's take a look at the price action from the stock market. On the screen here, we're looking at the monthly chart of the S&P 500. As you can see, I have this megaphone channel here. Started with the low near the low of the 2009. And the price is still contained inside of this megaphone channel, and also it is sitting above the top third of this channel here. As you can see, the last week it made a new all-time high, and also in addition to that, I have put in a Fibonacci retracement just to get some idea where the price might be headed and get some idea on some of the level. Not necessarily saying these are the levels that the market will hit, but since it is in a uncharted territory, there is not really much to go back on with the historical prices and try to project some, support or resistance area. So one of the two that I use is the Fibonacci retracement and the Fibonacci extension tool when we get into uncharted territory. If we take a look at the price action, as you can see, starting at the 2009, it came up to this retracement zone and then pushed through it and then make its way up to this 100% point here. Then it continued on to move to the 1618 and then pull back and did a check at the 127. Then follow on, it come up to this 200%, which is a 100% retracement of this entire swing here. And then it proceeded to move up, almost tagging the 261.8, and it came back down and tagged the 200 again, and also tried to come down to this trend line to test for support, and then it bounces back up. Right now, it just a bit above the 2618. And so we're going to see what it continue to move up and tag this trend line, or will it come back down and do a little bit of a consolidation before it make another move up. Looking at the daily chart here, we could get a closer look at the price action. Remember, we were talking about this level here for a few weeks. We're saying that if the stock market could hold about, or the S&P 500 could stay above the 2992.53, then take out this pivot high, then the all-time high will be in play. Previous week, it missed the all-time high by almost just a tad over half a point. Then last week, it punched through and made a new all-time high. So right now, it is coming up to this 23.6 extension. Essentially, what I did is I put a Fibonacci extension to this low here, to the the previous all-time high, and try to get some idea what are some of the intermediate level that the market might be targeting. And right now, we could look at the 3073.53 could be one possibility. Remember the scenarios that I talked about in the previous week video? There was three scenarios that I was watching for. One was for it to come up, break into a new high, and then pull back, and then back test the prior all-time high and break through it again, and then move to a newer high. Then the other one is essentially, break into a new high, pull back test and fail, then we'll see it come back down and we trace back down to this consolidation zone, or the balance area, or trading band, whatever you like to call that. Move back down to the 2834.97. Then the other one was, just pull back, fill this gap, come down, test this trend line for support, and then bounces up to make a new all-time high. As you can see, this scenario is no longer valid. And right now, the remaining two scenarios are still a possibility because it could come back down, back test the prior all-time high, the 3,027.98, and either it could make a move back up above it to a new all-time high, or come up and fail to make a breakout above it again. Then so basically have a pull back, fail the back test, and then come down to this possibly 2834.97, and that would be more like a look above and fail. Looking at the NASDAQ 100, on the month of October, it closed at a new all-time high, and starting off the new month at a new all-time high. Here, looking at the NASDAQ 100 daily chart, we see it is continued to push to all-time high. And once again, I essentially put in a Fibonacci extension here with this balance area as the consolidation base. And right now, it's pretty much hitting this 23.6 extension at 8165.06. It closed at 8161.17. So what we're going to be watching for, just like the S&P 500, remember last week, we were essentially talking about the possibility of continuing to come up and then make a new high, pull back, back test the prior high, and then break back above it to a newer high. Or the other possibility is to make a new high, pull back, back test, and fail the prior high, and come back down to this lower area of this consolidation area here. Okay, and then the last scenario was basically just pull back, and where this trend line fill this gap, and then get this trend line support and then bounce back up. So you can see that again, similarly to the S&P 500, the third scenario is no longer valid. So right now, we're basically just kind of keep an eye on this scenario, these two scenarios of pulling back, back test the prior high, and see would it break above it again to a newer high, or it basically come down, back test and fail, and then pull back to retest some of these lower level near the bottom of the balance zone consolidation band. So in this video, I'm going to change the format a little bit. I'm not going to talk about the E-mini future for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100, nor the ETF for the S&P 500, the SPY, or the Q for the NASDAQ 100. Trying to make this video a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to move on and talk about the gold and the crude oil market. But if you'd like me to continue to talk about the E-mini futures and also the ETF, then let me know in the comment below. Here, looking at the gold, remember we were talking about that it broke this this trend line, and I'm still waiting for it to break out of this high volume area. And if it breaks out this high volume area and get up to these these pivot level, I'll be looking for a pullback on the breakout, then be looking for a swing long setup to play it back up to this 1562.80. Or if it is unable to break out this high volume area and come back in and dip below the 1494.60 and stay below that, then I'd be looking for this for gold to come back down into this retracement zone and check this high volume area, because there was this low volume zone also. So price could come to here and check out some of these low volume area before it make its move back up. So essentially, I'm still looking at that this scenario. If it break out of this high volume area, look for a pullback, then we'll keep an eye on some swing long setup to come back up. And the other one is look for it to drop back in below the 1494 and get back into this retracement zone. Then I'll be looking for long setup to swing back up to the 1562.80. Here's the crude oil. Remember last week on crude oil, we were saying that basically looking for this gap to get filled, and it did come up and fill and then pull back. Right, pull back. And we're saying if it stay above the 54.75, then we'd be looking for this thing to move back up and possibly try to come up to this 59.24. So it pulled back and got a nice bounce back up the 50.75. So we'll see what it be able to continue to move to, because it broke this trend line here. Well, it came up and tagged this trend line, and right now we're basically looking for this thing to break this trend line and stay above the 56.86. And if it could do that, then we're basically looking for this 59.24 and possibly work itself up into this low volume area here around this 60-61 area. So that is this week's look on the stock market. Hopefully you have a nice week, and good luck on your trading.